Hi, my name is Loughlin Ryan from a place called Upperchurch in County Tipperary, just outside Thurles. I'm farming here with my parents, Pa and Ann. We were originally a beef and suckler enterprise, and in 2021 we converted to dairy. We started out milking on an outside farm with a 6-unit parlour milking 30 cows, and in this year 2022 we put up a new 14-unit Pearson Parlour and we're currently milking 84 cows. I finished a college degree, an ag science degree from Waterford, and I went working off farm for two years with an agri-business. In those 2 years I was calling to farmers every day, and I got a great insight into all the different types of parlours that are available. We looked at them all and we weighed up our options. I suppose in the finish we went with Pearson after I'd milked in a few parlours similar to what I wanted, and I kind of had my mind made up after those few milkings that the Pearson was for me, and I suppose the rest is history, and here we are today milking in one ourselves. We went with the express fit service that Pearson's provide. The parlour was made in the factory, it arrived on a lorry and it was rolled in. Within approximately a week the parlour was up and running and fitted by the Pearson team and Micheál Hackett's team. So the features in the parlour are the P100 touchscreens, the ACRs, the Dumpline, the cluster flush, the Mangers with the bully bars and the Airgates front and back. I suppose being a new entrant into dairy, we wanted to have a reasonably modern parlour to make life easier on everyone, so there's still time for after work activities, but I play GA myself and that we're not stuck in the parlour too long. I suppose the ACRs, they're very handy. You can put on cluster at the front and work your way back. As they fly off, then your cluster flush comes into place with the cluster being flushed out after each cow, and it's something that's going to be very important with cow health and keeping SCC under control with the reduction of antibiotics coming down the line. And I suppose also the Dumpline in springtime is fierce handy. You may have 3 or 4 cows out of the tank that have been used antibiotics in the previous drying off, so they may have to stay out for 4 or 6 milkings. So you put your Dumpline into your milk cart or whatever, and the waste milk is there after milking waiting for you to go feed your calves with. The Mangers then with the bully bars, a new feature. It gives more control over the cows, and especially we started with 55 heifers, so some may be smaller and they can tend to try and get up to the next manger for feed. This eliminates all that and you have a lot more control, and you know your cows are getting the required amount of feed. I suppose the P100 touchscreen, it's literally the control of everything from the pit. You can control your front and back gates with the touch of a button. You can press your R for the reject, which is the Dumpline. You can batch feed both left and right. You can top up a cow an extra kilo, which is also fierce handy. Every farmer knows there are 20 or 25 best cows in the herd from their milk accordance, so you can reward those cows with an extra half a kilo, and in return you'll get it back in the tank. So it's a serious touch that you have just there, a touch of a button for yourself. We have 14 units in at present. We left the pit big enough for 20, and everything in the parlour is able to take the 20 units down the line if we ever want to expand in cow numbers to still make the parlour as efficient as possible. From the beginning, I was very happy talking to Martin. He came out and we went through a step-by-step process of what suited best and what we wanted in the parlour. I suppose from there then it led on to Micheál Hackett and the Pearson team fitting the parlour, which were very helpful, and they're only a touch of a button away to ring at any time if there's something you're unsure of or want help. And to be honest, to date I'm very happy with the whole thing.